Hey everyone, I'm using the Mystical Moments for our reading, our weekly reading from Monday the 10th of March through to Sunday the 16th of March. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective, or anyone who views this video, and as always, take what resonates and just pop the rest to one side and just see what unfolds during the week. This is a really big week, an intense week. We are in the eclipse wormhole, so we're shifting through this energy of eclipse season. We have a full moon, blood moon, full lunar eclipse in Virgo on Friday, so we've been feeling the energies build, the intensity building, and spirit are coming through and reminding us there's nothing to fear, that things are being eclipsed from our lives that are not on our soul path. And as we allow these releasings to occur, there's going to be a rejuvenation of our spirit to allow things to fall away. So I'm setting the intention for a reading and asking for a card now for Monday, and we have the Knight of Swords. For Tuesday, the Page of Wands. Wednesday, the Seven of Pentacles. Thursday, the Four of Cups. Friday, the Six of Pentacles. Oh, just danced on the table. The Six of Pentacles. Saturday, the Knight of Pentacles. Sunday, the Hierophant. Okay, so Monday, the Knight of Swords. Things starting to move as we change our thoughts. Things in our life starts to change as well. So I just feel with this, where we have been stuck, if anyone has been stuck and not knowing which direction they're moving towards, things start to shift now. Those obstacles start to move and things start to move. But a reminder, this is a big week for us to stay grounded, to not get carried away with our thoughts, because this is a full moon that we're moving up to in Virgo, and Virgo can be very analytical, perfectionist, overthinking things. So we're just being asked to, when we feel that happening, to just ground ourselves, to take some time out, to really find some peace from our head, from the overthinking, and to trust our soul journey. So Monday, a day of grounding. Tuesday, we have Mercury and Venus coming into conjunction. So this is the Page of Wands, and this is good news coming in, something positive coming in. And as Virgo and Mercury come into that conjunction, Venus is in retrograde, so we have Venus and Mercury coming into conjunction on Tuesday. So Venus is in a retrograde, Mercury is in his shadow, about to go retrograde on Saturday, the day after the full moon, the full blood moon, this eclipse. Powerful energy. So they're both in Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac, and they're going to be conversing. Mercury is the planet of the gods, bringing through those messages, helping us to see how far we've come. Conversing, like Venus is the divine feminine, and we all have the divine feminine within us, asking us to really look at how we speak about ourselves in private, our conversations that we have with ourselves, where maybe where we might berate ourselves, and do we want to take that further into our lives? So Mercury and Venus are doing this journey together. So they are in Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac. They will retrograde back into Pisces, which is the final sign of the zodiac. So to be able to go back and to just check where we've come out of alignment, and then move forward, they'll both move forward into Aries. So they're doing this stepping from beginnings to the ending and stepping back into new beginnings. So there's just this beautiful energy of helping us to see that we're not the person that we used to be, that any old relationships that may come back, and it may not be in the physical, it might be through memory. We find ourselves talking about an old situation that we used to be in. So it's being brought up for us to eclipse out of it instead of holding it within us and speaking it, having those conversations about old relationships or situations that we've found ourselves in, and really changing our words, bringing through good messages, bringing through good news. And he's got the magnifying glass there. So this is whatever we're speaking on, whatever we're focusing on, how do we really want to take it forward? The Seven of Pentacles for Wednesday. And Wednesday, Saturn, and there's a Saturn Kazumi. So Saturn and the Sun. Saturn sits in the heart of the Sun, downloading the messages, the divine intelligence of the Sun, and bringing it through into our lives, into our consciousness. So we're receiving a download on Wednesday from Saturn, dissolving those old structures and habits and those old patterns. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles reminds us that we're moving into a time of prosperity, and not only are we going into prosperity, but there are seeds there from this fruit that will carry on bearing fruit. So as we let go of those old structures, those old beliefs, and come into alignment with our higher self, our holistic self, listening to our spiritual higher self, listening to what thoughts that we have that are going through our minds, and what are we paying attention to, and allowing those thoughts that are weakening us to dissolve now, which will strengthen, which will bring ease to our emotions and strengthen our physical body. So I feel Wednesday is very healing of letting go of those old programs that have been playing out and that caused us to go over, and old triggers into old reactions, that we are pausing now, we're stepping back, and we're actually looking how far we've come. We're looking at that beautiful connection of spirit. We are feeling enriched with our spiritual rituals, that we are putting all our energy into our spiritual rituals that make such a difference in our earthly life. Bringing it all together now, listening to our soul. Our soul is taking us on this beautiful journey and reminding us that there's nothing to worry about, that there is prosperity coming in, there is an improvement of health. So Wednesday, find some time, sit and open up and receive the upgrades from this Saturn and the Sun, this Kazumi It's where the Saturn and the Sun kiss each other. It's beautiful energy which will dissolve anything that is holding us in a lower dimension. It's about it will dissolve and cleanse and transmute. Thursday we have the Four of Cups. So you can see she's turning away from the help that she has. She's turned it back and she's looking at, there's no help there. So she's looking into a place of hurt, of feeling let down. This card is a card that's it brings up those old feelings of not being loved or whatever it may be. So Thursday we are on this healing moon before we move into the full moon on Friday in Virgo. Powerful energy. The full moon is activating the south nodes that are in Virgo, which is what the karma that we're releasing. The north node is in Pisces, the sun is in Pisces, and sat with Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. So we've got this mystical energy with the sun, and we've got the cleansing of the emotions in this full moon with Virgo, with this eclipse. So anything that comes to your awareness on Thursday, or what may have been building and building up to this eclipse season, know that there is help there to turn around, to actually come into alignment, to call for the help, and you'll see that you have an entourage of angels and guides around you, holding you and guiding you and protecting you. Thursday, you may just not see it, but that's the opportunity. That is what's coming up for releasing. The moon is drawing it out of us. So be aware of how you may feel on Thursday. You may feel fantastic, and that's good, but anything that is not, anything that, it's a minor card, it's nothing huge. It's those old irritants, it's those old feelings of not being part of something, or being left out, or not seeing the actual help that you have. If you turn around, go within, instead of looking outside for it, we'll never find it on the outside. Go within and you'll see that you then open up to this pouring of powerful divine energy. So anything that's coming up Thursday, that's good. It's a healing moon. This is what the moon and the energy and our soul is actually pushing to the surface for us, to be able to take those cleansing baths, to be able to write and burn and release, and taking our showers with intention of it cleansing from the spiritual, the mental, the emotional, and the physical body, and letting it all just flow away into the down through the drain out into Mother Earth, and feeling that letting go. So Thursday, a day of really going within and listening to what's going on within, listening to what you're paying attention to in the outside world, and whatever it's invoking within you, know that is part of what the eclipse is bringing up for release. And I feel this eclipse season is bringing up and eclipsing out of our lives the comfort zone. We may sit in a comfort zone that's no longer comfortable any longer, and we are expanding out of that and finding and having the courage to step into new experiences. So Thursday, a day of just listening and being gentle, drinking lots of water, programming the water before we drink it, surrounding ourselves with our crystals, putting a crystal alignment on each of the chakras to bring our chakras into alignment, just holding ourselves in alignment and centeredness through Thursday. So we are coming into this full moon of release, of beautiful openness into this eclipse, into this full lunar eclipse on Friday, that's going to bring balance. So as we stay in that balance, you can see there the teapot. There is a figure there on the teapot which represents the universe. So as we pour love into one person, the universe pours love into us. So as we start this flow now of love for ourselves first, filling our cup full of love, opening our hearts, and then sharing it with everybody in our reality as we're moving into this new earth. We're setting the vibration and the frequency that's already there of new earth, but with every thought, every word, every feeling that we send out there, it brings it closer. It starts to raise our vibration so that we step into the new earth. So this is a balancing coming. We could stay in, keeping ourselves balanced through this eclipse season, and we are sharing our love. We are, whatever we are receiving, we are sharing. Saturday we have the Knight of Pentacles reminding us to ground. This is very powerful energy, especially with Virgo. Virgo is the nurse. It's the high priestess. It reminds us of the mystical that we have within, to not get carried away with our thoughts, to keep grounding, to take our time. There's nothing to rush. We're going through this eclipse season all through March, and and the eclipse seasons last for 6 months. So it's to ground the energies that we are receiving, to anchor the light, to anchor this divine intelligence that's coming through into our Earth Star chakra, taking our time. And as we take our time, we rejuvenate, we build our energy. And so the night is reminding us things are changing with our finances, with our earthly realm, to take our time and enjoy the journey, not to be racing off into the future, to actually enjoy this moment. For enjoying this moment and feel the divine abundance in this moment, we step into the next moment of prosperity and health. And within every moment, as we stay in this moment, it's eternity. We become the magicians, we become the high priestess in this moment, so that we are co-creating our next moment to our own benefit and for the benefit of others. And then Sunday we have the Hierophant. So you can see there's the full moon behind the owl. So the girl is sat there in the tree, in that tree of wisdom, in the tree of life, receiving wisdom from the owl. So the Hierophant is our own personal connection with the divine, and you can see there this beautiful card full of knowledge, asking us to go within and tend to that wisdom that we have gained from everything that we've been through in our lifetimes and this life, to really listen to the wisdom, to let go of if anything is causing us pain from the past, to call the angels in and to erase, ask for those emotions to be cleansed from our hearts, and those painful thoughts to be cleansed from our mind. And what the angels do is so beautiful, that we can have those memories, but they don't have the pull, they don't have that emotional pain. We can think and see them clearly, but without the pain. And so we take in the wisdom, because we are shown other perceptions to do with what we've gone through, soul perception. So this is a deep, enriching spiritual journey that we are on this week, to be in the moment, not miss a second of the beautiful wisdom that's coming through this week. It's profound, it's beautiful, and it's profound. To let go now of all that's no longer serving you. Just let it go. And that's not going into resistance and pushing anything away. It's just taking a breath, bringing ourselves back into alignment, and allowing everything that is not meant on our soul journey now to fall away. So powerful week to spend that in time in meditation. If ever there was 2 weeks of going within and meditating, it's this time, before we move into the new astrological year of Aries. And this is the last full moon of this astrological year, so it's very heavy. It's carrying everything, it's carrying our emotions that are coming up, it's bringing it up. And if we're going through a difficult time, that is amazing, that really is amazing. Don't feel that there's something wrong. It's really actually very healing. And if you're going through and sailing through, that's good as well. Means it's all good. It's all good. However you're going through this week is good. But just being aware of anything, not pushing anything down, allowing it now, being gentle with ourselves, really relaxing our bodies and listening to our bodies, listening to our emotions, listening to and feeling how our body is feeling, because this is powerful. This is endings. This is the 9th year. This is the year of the snake, of shedding. And this eclipse season, before we move into the next, from the spring equinox, is helping us to do that work, but feel the relief of it, feel the rejuvenation. It's like a cell when we go into detox. Those cells start to release the toxicity of that cell. This is what we're doing before we move in to the next astrological year. So have a gentle week. Go into meditation. Go into the very core of your being and stay in alignment there, and allow the outside world to do what it does without getting pulled in any direction. Stay in center. So I'm sending so much love and sending healing into next week for each and every one who is open to receiving. And thank you for listening.